this session, we are going to look at data auto refresh and also change data source. So this is also one of the important option in pivot table. So let's look at it. So where we use refresh, where we use change data source. So refresh option is nothing but in case if you are going to make any changes in the data, so that will not automatically reflect in the pivot table. So only if you refresh, that will get updated or that will get refreshed in the pivot table. Let's look at it. So now this is the country wise sales. So let me refresh it. So this is the balance I have 6716818. So let's pick any one country, Australia. So Australia I have 1107262. Let me pick some information of Australia. I'll update some higher value here. So I'm increasing the value. So I made some changes in the data. Is it automatically reflecting? No, it will not reflect. If you make any changes in the data, pivot table will not capture automatically. To reflect the changes, you have to refresh. So either you go to pivot table, refresh, you can refresh, or you can right click and refresh. Both are same option. So now have this number. So if I refresh, that will change. See, Australia number has been changed. Okay. So in case here I have only one pivot in this sheet. Okay. In case if I want to reflect the same changes in all the tab, let's go to now you can see. So even in the Australia tab, so the changes has been reflected. Okay. So but where we use refresh all, in case if I have two set of data. So now here I have only one set of data. Okay. So whatever pivot table I have in this workbook, all are coming from this particular data set. In case if I have another data set, I have another pivot table. Okay. So in that case, if I refresh the pivot, if I use refresh, it will refresh only the pivot which are come from the same data source. But in case if you want to refresh all the pivot table which are there in the workbook, it can be a same workbook, it can be a same data set, or it can be a different data set. So in that case, you can use refresh all. So refresh all, refresh everything, all the pivot table, even if it is from the different data set. Okay. So now in this file, we have only one data set. So if you refresh, all the pivot will be refreshed. So I showed you like for Australia. So we made some changes, same got updated in the Australia tab. Now, so this is the difference between refresh and the refresh all. Now go to change data source. This is one of the important thing. When we use change data source, if you are going to add any data in the data, if you are going to append any additional data, if you are going to delete any data, in that case we use change data source. So now let me delete few data here. Okay, so let me delete. So I'm deleting almost 1000 line item, 15,000 line item. Okay, I deleted this. Now we have only 28. So when you delete, you can directly refresh, it will automatically reflect. Okay. So now whatever I deleted, so it's mostly from US country. Just right click, refresh. I could not see any changes because here I choose only till 2019, but whatever data I deleted, that's related to 2020. So let me drag this to 2020 December. So now you can see. Okay, so better let me do undo. Let me get the data. So I'll delete this slicer. I don't want. So now US I have 1226809. So now I'm going to delete US data close to 14,232. I deleted the data. So let's right click, refresh. See, it become of 69697,344. Okay, so if you delete data, so you don't need to go and change the range, because range will automatically change when you delete the data. But if you are going to add any additional data, then you have to change the range, because pivot will not automatically pick the additional range. So now I'm going to add few additional range. So I pick few information for UK and US. So I pasted. So now let me refresh. Do you see any changes here? It will not reflect. The reason is the pivot table is not picking the complete data, it's picking only till 28221. Okay, to check that, click pivot 28221. At any point of time, if your total data is not matching with pivot total, the only issue is data range. So you have to go and check the data range, because sometimes people get confused. Data shows some values and pivot shows different value, so they will get confused. Okay, so now here in data I have total cells of 11093,538. So here I have 10703, 109, both are not matching. So there's only one issue, the range. Because of that, your pivot table and the data both are not matching. So now to fix that, go to data. So here I have 29537, change range. So either you can directly update 29537. Okay, this is one option, or you can directly select the range from the beginning again. So both work. So now you can see the US number has changed, UK number has also changed. 11093,538, that is my total total value. So 11093,538. Now it's matching, so range is perfectly fine. Okay, so in this case only, in case we are going to add any data, so you have to change. But there is an option using formula. You can the formula helps to pick the range automatically. Okay, so the formulas to be added in the defining. The formula which we are going to use is offset. Let me explain the offset formula, then I'll tell you how to add that formula in the defining. So offset formula, we have 5 references. First one is reference. Reference is nothing but the starting cell. Row, if you want to move your cursor down, I don't want to move my cursor, let me put 0. Okay, down in the sense from A1, your reference from A1 to, in case if you want to move to A2 or A3, you can define the number. If you update 1, it will move your cursor one cell down. Okay, I don't want to move, I'll put 0. And column again I don't want to move, because I want to start from the column A. If I put 1 here, my starting column will be B1 instead of A1, so I put 0. And height is nothing but the total number of rows. So to get the total number of rows, I'm going to use count A, and I'm going to select total column. So this will helps to pick the complete the total number of rows from the data. Okay, because count A is nothing but count A helps to pick the text or number or date in the range and gives the total count. And width also you can again use count A, or you can directly give, because I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 column, you can directly be 8 column. So count A is nothing but total number of rows. So this is the formula which I am going to apply. Okay, so if you see here the data, you already got it here. This is the offset range. Let me delete this. Count A, again I'll explain. So if I select this is the result for the count A, nothing but 29537. So here also I have 29537. So now I'm going to use offset formula in the define name. So let me go to define name. I'll say pivot range. This is the name which I'm going to give. So you can keep the name should be for any specific sheet, or you want it for the entire workbook. Always better to use the workbook. Don't make any changes. Expand it. So now offset, my reference is A1, comma, my row number 0, I don't want to move my cursor down, and my column number 0, again I don't want to move my column to the right side, and my total row count, I'm going to use count A, select the entire column. So this will give the count of the data, total number of rows, comma, and then I'm going to use count A again for the columns. You can use either count A, or you can use directly 8, because I have only 8 columns. If you have more columns, you can also use the same count A function for the columns. So instead of choosing column A, you have to choose the row number 1. So now I have defined the name. Okay, so now if you go to formula, so pivot range, if you click this, so you can see the range till which data it's picking. See, it's picking till end. Let me delete something, or let me add something. I added some more rows. Now let me go and check the defining. Pivot range. So now you can see I added, still it's picking. So whenever you add data, so it will automatically pick. So now go to pivot, change source. Already I manually selected the range. I'm going to delete this. So instead of this, what I want is, I want the name. Press F3 to get the name box. So this is the name range I'm going to use, pivot range. Okay, now the range has been changed. So now if I add a row or add additional data, the pivot will automatically pick the information. So earlier we added data, pivot was not picking. So now I'm going to add. The value will change. So now I have this one, 11099725. See, it's changing. Let me pick some huge data. So now let me take this data, paste it down. I pasted. So now it's almost 32,632. Okay, I pasted almost 4,000 line. Right click, refresh. See, to check the total numbers matching, sum, take the total sales, see, it's picking the information. Okay, so whenever you add data, so there is no need you need to go and change the range. So if you use this formula, so the pivot will automatically pick the additional data or whatever data you append on top of the original data. So this is all about the change, refresh and change data source. Hope you understood. Thanks for watching this video. We will see you in another video. Bye bye.